Hey everyone, how are we today? I'm just doing an all signs reading today. I'm just doing a relatively quick one today, or attempting to. I do keep saying, oh, it's just going to be a super quick one, but then I delve too much into stuff. But I am just using one deck today. So I do have the Gilded Reverie Lenormand that I'm using today. So I'm not bunching it up with any extra oracle cards or anything like that today. We are just sort of sticking to the facts, so to speak, and seeing where we go with, just whatever wants to come out for everybody. So we are asking, what's most important for you to be aware of currently. All right. So please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate the support. It means a heap to me. Every single like, comment, and subscribe really does help the channel grow. Just a super small channel. Very, very soon I will be running another competition, so keep your ears open for that. I'm sort of waiting until we get to, I think when we get to 175 subscribers, then we'll run that competition. All right, so help out where you can. If you know a friend that wants to learn a little bit more about what's going on in their life, pass it on. I do appreciate all that super huge for the channel, so I do really appreciate that. Obviously a non-monetized channel, although if you do want to donate, all my details are down in the description box, including links to my TikTok, where I do sort of exclusive shorts. I will be uploading those tomorrow on YouTube as well as on TikTok, but different cards. Okay, so we'll be looking at different topics for each YouTube and then TikTok. So go over there if you want to check out that. They're just really super short messages. They're under a minute each of those, so always handy to have an eye out on those super quick messages as well. As everyone sort of does know, if you do watch the channel, I do upload personal, not personal, but personal to each sign, weekly readings, as well as about 2 all signs readings every week as well. So the normal schedule is, I'm on Australia time too, guys. So the normal schedule is Monday we do air signs, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Tuesday we do the water signs, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Wednesday we've got fire with Aries, Leo, and Sag. And then Thursdays we do the earth signs, okay, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I do upload the all signs videos Friday and Saturday, and then Sundays are for shorts. All right, so and obviously I will be taking some time off coming up at the end of the month, but I'll sort of keep everyone updated when I sort of know what the schedule's going to be like, because I will try to upload as much as I can. I'll try to do a holiday reading as well, so while I'm on holidays, I will try to do a reading as well, so keep your eyes out for all of those. Every full moon we do the shadow work readings as well. I really appreciate everybody that has shown interest in those. That is something that is super close to me, my own passion. I do personally, I have spent a big part of my life doing shadow work and trying to advance my own self, so it really does mean a lot to me when I see other people that are willing to do the same thing for themselves. It's all about learning, growing, expanding ourselves, all that sort of fun stuff. Sorry to have such a long intro today, guys. I have a lot to say apparently today, so get it all out of my system. But as always, I will be taking timestamps, and today we are going to start off with our Aries. Okay, so Aries, what does Aries need to know right now? What important messages for Aries? What does Aries need to know right now, please? Oh, Aries, it seems as though you're stuck on a bit of a choice here. We do have the anchor coming through with the crossroads. And straight away, those 2 cards together do kind of let me know that you are sort of stuck on this decision. You're stuck on what choice to make. Which way do I go? Which path do I take? I don't know you know, you can never sort of know what's at the end of each individual road here, and you're kind of trying to make some sort of choice or decision in your life as to, you know, I do have one more card here for you, Aries, but I will probably get some advice for you as well, actually. But you know, the anchor can talk about a few different things, but it's just coming through today as though you're stuck on this decision. You just don't know which path to take, or you don't know if you're on the right path and needing to choose a different path. I feel like for a few of you, there is something in particular that you are wanting to choose to follow the path of this thing, but you kind of, it feels unsafe to leave the path you're already on for a path that you don't know. That's what I'm kind of getting there, that there's you know, an unknown path that you really want to follow, but you're just a bit stuck on your own, like on this current path, feeling sort of, oh, maybe it's safer to just stay where I'm at, even though that's not making me fully 100% happy. It's kind of like taking the easier path at the moment, which seems to be the current path for you there, Aries, and you're just a little bit stuck about, should I take this chance on following this new path? This new path does seem to lead you over this bridge energy, okay? So the bridge, it's kind of like, is it greener on the other side? You know, when I cross this bridge, am I going to be able to turn around and cross back? Is this a bridge that's going to, you know, collapse down into the chasm behind me? There's a bit of wariness, because it's kind of like, Aries, whether you are or not, it's kind of like, I don't know if I want to cross this bridge. I'm a bit scared of heights, and it's fear stopping you from crossing this bridge at the moment, and you're kind of fearful of what's on the other side if you do choose this new path. There is a bit of fear coming through there, Aries, in regard to this new path that you do want to choose for yourself here. But you know, with that bridge energy, a lot of the time that's a really positive energy, and it really does talk about, you know, when you cross this bridge, it's like entering into a whole new world for yourself, and greener pastures. I do always get that sort of vibe with that card. It's just crossing over the fear to get to that stuff, to get to, you know, it's like Wonderland is on the other side, and you're kind of stuck here going, do I cross this bridge? I'm worried I'm going to just fall, you know, the bridge is going to break and drop me, or, you know, once I cross this bridge, that, you know, I'm burning another bridge behind myself here. It does feel like for some of you, you're kind of feeling as though in order to choose this path, that you do need to like burn all ties with the current path. So it's kind of like, oh, do I take the safe thing that I've already got, or do I go for what I truly want here and choose a different path toward what I'm actually truly wanting here? So I'll just get some advice for you, Aries. Advice for Aries, please. Okay, so Aries, I've got the child energy here, as well as the compass. Okay, so you already know where your true north lies, and I feel like for a lot of you, you already know you need to take this new path and follow this new path, because that's the direction you need to be in. That's the path you need to go on, and that's your true north here with that compass coming through. But it's just that fear holding you back a little bit here, Aries. So your advice really coming through strong with this child energy, where it's kind of telling you, take the new beginning. You know, this can grow. You can nurture this and grow this into something amazing, because, you know, you see the child here looking at, like, it's like a little ball of light, all these things floating around. It's like magic. Okay, so it's kind of you here looking at this potential future for yourself with this sense of amazement, of wonder, that, oh my gosh, this could be magic for me and my life if only I can cross that bridge. So really, you know, having that childlike sense of, you know, anything is going to be possible for me as long as I take this first step. So I really do feel that's what your advice is, Aries, to get walking. All right, you've got your inner compass here guiding you the whole way. You you do have a lot of guidance with you. This does also talk about having, you know, like spiritual guidance and that just that inner knowing. You know you need to walk this path. You know that there's magic on the other side of that bridge, and you know, it's just fear holding you back at this point, Aries. On the bottom of the deck, I do have the Labyrinth card as well. So the interesting thing about the Labyrinth card is no matter how stuck, no matter how many twists or turns this path takes for you, this bridge, you know, crossing this bridge, you may feel as though you're stuck in this labyrinth. There's always a way out of the labyrinth. You're never truly lost in the labyrinth, okay? Because even if you get stuck in that labyrinth, you're not actually, you know, look at this labyrinth here. This is a grass labyrinth. It's not like it's big solid walls or anything like that. So at the end of the day, even if you're feeling stuck, you can just like jump over the hedges and find your center all over again. As long as you find your center, you will find your way out of this confusion that you may be finding yourself in, you know, and finding your center, following your intuition here, Aries. I feel like for a majority of you that you already know that you want to cross this bridge. You know that you want to make this choice. It's just a matter of actually doing it. All right, Aries. So that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But we'll move on over to Taurus. How are we, Taurus? Okay, Taurus. Important messages for Taurus. What does Taurus need to know right now? Okay, why does Taurus need to know that, please? Why does Taurus need to know that? Okay, Taurus. So we are seeing the ring firstly here. So I do straight away feel as though this has got to do with a relationship that you're involved in, whether it's a love relationship, family, friend, co-worker, whatever. We are looking at some sort of relationship in your life. Currently, I can't clearly tell. For some of you, this is you, and for others of you, this is the other person. There's some emotions going on for one of you at the moment. It's just feeling like a very emotional time of this relationship, a lot of heightened emotions during this relationship at the moment. So I'm just feeling that, you know, that I feel like you need to know this, Taurus, because it's like a warning in a little sense, to not allow your emotions to get the better of you and you know, lead to fighting with this person and taking, you know, I feel like there's this tendency to overthink everything someone is saying, you know, and really taking everything sort of personally, getting a little bit sensitive emotionally at the moment. It sounds really like, not to genderize you, Taurus, but because I know that, you know, the more masculine elements that may be watching for Taurus today may not understand what I'm actually talking about, but it feels like that time of month. Okay, so that's what that feels like. It just feels like the emotions are a little bit heightened, and you know, you're just sort of taking everything to heart. But like I said, it could be the other person as well. The reason you do need to know this is because of the house energy. So you know, for a lot of you, this is just affecting you, your home life. This is affecting your family situation, whatever's going on there. It's you want some peace and security and stability, and right now your emotions are just not quite stable. You're trying to find emotional stability at the moment within this relationship. I just feel like you know, whoever's the emotional one at the moment just needs a little bit of reassurance, a little bit of extra support, you know, at this time. It's just a bit of an advice thing to let you know that, you know, somebody does need a little bit of extra emotional support. So if that's you, you know, speaking out to this person and letting them know, look, I'm just having a bit of a, you know, emotionally rough time. I just need some extra reassurance and support at the moment. All right, because we do also have the book coming out here, Taurus, which just shows us that, you know, this is just part of your story. It's just you know, it's just one of those twists and turns, a plot twist sort of thing, that, you know, life unfortunately isn't always smooth sailing, and we've you know, we do hit those plot twists, because otherwise the book would be completely boring. All right, so we're just in that little thing where you can but it's a reminder also to remember that you write your own story. All right, the narrative is yours. So if you're the one that is being a little bit emotionally sensitive at the moment, don't allow that to change where you want your story to go. All right, so that's why I'm sort of just feeling that warning to not sort of get into fighting and that sort of energy, because you may indirectly, without even wanting to, you may actually change where your story is headed if you you know, do sort of act from emotion at the moment, Taurus. You know, you want to focus on just being stable and secure. You know, I feel like it just intuitively, you are quite secure within that relationship. So it's kind of like that energy of just that time of the month, and you're just feeling a little bit insecure and needing some extra reassurance at the moment. And for a lot of you, you might need a bit of rest as well. All right, this one's the card, you know, can be the card of just staying home and resting and relaxing and looking after yourself a little bit here. But like I said, for some of you, that's your person, not you. So just be aware that they might need some extra reassurance at this time. Okay, so keep that in mind. But you are more than welcome to check your other placements, check anyone that you're dealing with, check their placements, see what's going on for them. But we'll move on over to our Geminis. Okay, Gemini. What does Gemini need to know right now? Important messages for Gemini, please. Oh, Gemini. hidden energy on the bottom of the deck. We have the moon. Okay, so there's some hidden emotions here. This is something that might make you a little bit emotional. So if you're someone that, when you hear this message, if it does feel a little bit triggering, a little bit confronting, I hate to say it, but it's probably for you. You know, sometimes when things trigger us, confront us, it's because we can feel the truth in them, and we don't want to face it. All right, so just a warning there, Gemini, because it's not overly confronting, because we do have the magnifying glass firstly. All right, so this is telling us to look closer at something, look deeper into somebody, and it's somebody else around you. Okay, it's this fox energy. There's somebody around you. Spirit wants you to, like, it's kind of like take notice of the facts. See what this person is presenting to you. This person is showing you and telling you who they are, and believe it. This person is acting a certain way, and I feel like you're giving them the benefit of the doubt, whereas their actions are speaking louder than their words, kind of energy. Or even their words may even be all pretty, because with the fox energy, they may be saying what you want to hear, but look deeper beyond what they're saying on the surface, because their actions aren't backing them up. They're not proving it, kind of energy. This fox energy, this is somebody who they put their own needs first above anybody else. You know, they think they're being a little bit tricky. It's a bit of a trickster energy. It is the Loki type energy. So a bit of a trickster, someone who does like to play games, someone who is a bit of a player. All right, and they're showing you this behavior. You're just not looking at it. So Spirit is kind of asking you to look closely at what you're seeing with this person and believe it. That is who they are. Okay, they're telling you what you want to hear. They're like a really good little salesman. They seem to be able to talk themselves up and make themselves sound like a really amazing person. And that oh yeah, Gemini, I want everything that you want, Gemini, but in reality, they're only looking out for their own needs. A lot of the time, this is that, you know, that they want to just hit it and quit it kind of energy. That kind of energy is coming through there. We do also have the compass. Okay, so you already know this, and you're just not looking deep enough at that and watching that. But follow your inner compass. You have this inner guidance showing you what you need to know about this person, and you need to follow your intuition, follow your guidance here. There is external guidance around you as well. You may have somebody even saying to you, don't trust that person. There may even be somebody else in your life saying, I don't think you should be, falling for them. I don't think you should be letting yourself get too close to them just yet. Why did they do that? That behavior doesn't seem like that's what you're telling me. I feel like there might even be somebody around you who is, calling this behavior out and trying to tell you, trying to guide you away from getting too deeply involved with this fox energy. So look a little bit deeper. For some of you, there is one of you here where it's asking you to do your background check on this person as well. All right, so I know a lot of people do it already, that sort of thing, where, when you do start dating somebody, because I am getting that kind of vibe that this is somebody you have only just sort of started interacting with. It's a relatively new energy. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a love connection. It could be just like on a friendship level, a co-worker level, but do a little bit of checking up on this person and just checking out that they are who they say they are. All right, I'm just sort of feeling that if you were to, have a look on their Facebook, their TikTok or something, you may see a totally different side of this person that you aren't expecting. All right, so just do your background checks. Look closely at what you're seeing. Analyze. It's asking you to magnify what you're seeing. Look closely and analyze what you are actually seeing there, Gemini. All right, but you are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Okay, so we'll move on over to Cancer. Hi, Cancer. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do appreciate that. I'm just asking what you need to know today, Cancer. What does Cancer need to know right now? Important messages for Cancer. Some of you may be on the cusp of Gemini. Can I just get a clarifier for that third card? I'm just seeing a similar message to what Gemini just had. So if you're on the cusp of Gemini or have a lot of Gemini placements, maybe double check that Gemini reading. Yours does seem a little bit more positive though. Okay, Cancer. I'm definitely seeing some sort of communication, some sort of knowledge here, because we do have the letter followed by the birds. Well, and this deck has two birds cards, and this is the owls. Okay, so this is kind of, you've got some worries off in the distance here, and you are receiving some sort of communication. But what I feel like this is for you, Cancer, it's like there's something about a specific communication that you're receiving that makes you, it's kind of like a red flag, and it kind of makes you question something or be like, hang on, should I be concerned about this? I feel like it's just the way somebody words something. They kind of like, it's kind of like they're, yeah, they just, like, it's just the way that they say something. I keep getting text. So it might be like a text or like a messaging app. It could also be like emails in person, all that sort of stuff as well, on just chatting online. But I do keep getting it at like in text form. So like I keep seeing like, like talking online or like receiving text messages from this person. And there's just something about the way that they word something that makes you sort of look twice and be like, hang on, what? Hang on. Should I be like reading into that or not? Should I be worried about that or not? Do we need to have a conversation about this? that kind of energy, because the birds can be about conversations, and so I just feel like there's something about the communication that comes through, and you're kind of like, hang on, do we need to have a conversation about this? Like, or for some of you, I thought we already had this conversation. Why are they saying that? It's just something about that it just flags up to you as like not quite right, and it's just sort of in the back of your mind. There's just this little niggling kernel of worry about what they've said, or the way they've said it, or hang on, like, what do they mean by that? Should I look into that? Because that has come out with the fox energy. All right, and the fox energy is a very independent energy, a very self-sufficient energy, a very that kind of energy where it's like, oh, they'll just say whatever you want to hear, not necessarily the full truth. So I feel like for a lot of you, that's what's happening, is you're kind of seeing something that this person says to you, and you're kind of like, hang on, are they just like trying to placate me and just say what I want to hear, or are they like trying to be clever and trick me into something that I'm not really, going for? Or are they, trying to play some sort of game here with me? Like, it may even be to the point of sort of someone who's feeling like, hang on, is this person a game player? What's going on here? Are they trying to play mind games with me? But what I'm actually getting is I had that clarified with the key energy. So the key is a very successful energy. But it does also open up things, okay? The key unlocks things. So I do feel as though this is kind of advising you to open up to this person and call them out on it. If there's something that they say, or a way that they say something that makes you go, hang on, what? Call them out on it. And if you're saying to yourself, hang on, should we have a conversation about this? The answer is yes. Have a conversation about this. Open up to them and say to them, look, you said this and it just makes me feel like this because, maybe I've got a vulnerability. Maybe I'm a little bit insecure about that. And the way that you've said that makes me feel like this. If you open up to them, and you will have success here with this person. Okay, unlike Gemini's reading, that the fox energy in Gemini's reading was a little bit harsher, more negative, actual player type energy, whereas this one, it's a bit softer. So I feel like it's kind of like they're acting out of habit. That's how they've had to survive in the past, is acting that way. But I feel as though that's not the true version of who this person is. And when you open up to them and confront them about that, they're going to be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for it to come across that way, and you'll actually develop a conversation about that, and it'll clear the air between the two of you. All right, so I do feel like that's what's going on for you, Cancer. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. And like I said, if you do feel as though that may be, happening in a more negative way, check that Gemini reading, because, like I said, it was the same fox energy, but one was harsher and one was softer. So sometimes we do get similar energies, and so if you're on the cusp, you may actually be an accumulation of both of those two readings. Okay, so just keep that in mind if you are on the cusp. All right, but like I said, check whatever placements you want to. Check the person's placements as well. See what's coming out on their side of things. All right, but for now, we'll move on over to Leo, I believe. Yes, Leo, sorry. How are we today, Leo? Okay, Leo. What does Leo need to know right now? What does Leo need to know right now? Important messages for our Leos. Clarify this. Why does Leo need to know that, please? Okay, so is that third card Leo or somebody else? Is that third card Leo or somebody else? Oh, okay. All right. I don't think I need that extra clarity. I'll just grab you an advice card, Leo. Advice for Leo, please. Advice for Leo. Yeah, other than that, thank you. All right. Okay, Leo. Firstly, we have the Rider. Okay, so that's something coming in quick with good. It's usually good news on the way, you know. But I am kind of feeling here that it's like what's happening here, Leo, is it's like it's good news on the way, but there's a but. Okay, because there's like something under the surface here. There's you know, it's presenting as, oh, I've got good news for you, Leo, but, all right, there's a but. There's definitely a but. I want to touch the, what's that Nemo thing? I touched the butt. Sorry, random Leo. We have the mice energy, okay? So that kind of lets me know that there's some sort of news, that the news is coming from the direction of the past. It's coming from the direction of something that you thought was lost to you, something that you thought was taken from you, something that maybe stresses you out, something that maybe sort of eats away at you a little bit here, that you know, it's kind of feeling like, just intuitively here, it feels like, you know, it may be eating away at you because you feel like you haven't had closure in regard to something from the past properly. And all of a sudden here, this person, I feel like it's a person for majority of you. Here this person comes with news like, oh, you know, I'm back. I wanted to sort things out. You know, I didn't like the way we left. I'm kind of getting that I don't like the way we left things. I wanted to sort things out. So it's kind of presenting to you as, oh, look, this is the closure I wanted. That's great news because this is the closure I wanted, or the reconnection that I wanted with this person. But what else I'm seeing here? I've got the bear energy, which I do quite often associate this with you as well, Leo, the bear energy. It's telling you to stand very strong, stand in your power, know what you believe in, have your boundaries set firmly, and don't allow anyone to cross those boundaries, okay? There's a need here for you to be on guard a little bit when this person comes through. We are also seeing the magnifying glass here for, you know, this is why, you know, that was the clarification why you need to know about this, and it's to tell you to look closer, to look for the fine print here. There's fine print, there's the but, okay, there's the, oh, good news, I'm back to give you closure, Leo, but find the but. I can't keep saying that with a straight face, I'm sorry. But, you know, that's why there's a need to protect yourself, you know, to make sure you've established clear boundaries and hold them firmly, because there is definitely some fine print attached to this good news, all right? So the advice for you, we have the moon energy, which is, you know, it is a very emotional card. So it is maybe a warning to let you know that, you know, this may be an emotional thing for you. It may stir up some emotions with you, but the advice from this card is for you to follow your intuition. Once again, protect yourself, put those boundaries up, look deeper, look at the underlying reasons. Okay, don't look at what the surface reasons are for this person, you know, being like, oh, look, here I am on my little horsey coming on in, you know, trying to distract you with rainbows and carousel rides, you know, that it's got this bit of distraction about it. Like, look at me, I'm up here on my horse, I've got this rainbow, I'm coming in on a rainbow. Good news, Leo. But there is something under the surface that you need to look for. Okay, you need to look deeply into the underlying reasons. Like, I'm just sort of intuitively getting here. It's like that energy of like, oh, so what it, you know, I'm just getting this like story of like, oh, they broke up with me and I haven't seen them for a month, and then all of a sudden they're back, and I'm like, yay, I'm glad you're back, but then under the surface I'm kind of like, oh, so the thing that you left me for didn't work out, and so now all of a sudden you come running back to me, hoping for me to sort of patch it all up and just go on as if nothing ever happened. But something happened, you know, and look closely at the full situation, you know, and find the fine print here, the underlying stuff. There's some underlying stuff here, some, you know, somebody doing things because I feel like maybe someone's a bit codependent, and you know, they it's kind of like that energy of that they'll just run back to you because they think that you'll just let them pretend nothing ever happened. But you follow your intuition here. Follow your intuition and keep those boundaries nice and firm. Okay, Leo, that's what we have for you. But you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Now we'll move on to Virgo. Okay, Virgo. What does Virgo need to know right now? Important messages for our Virgos, please. Okay, can I just get, how will Virgo know who this person is? Why, please? Why does Virgo need to do that? Why? Okay, interesting. Very interesting message here, Virgo. Firstly, I do have the bear. Okay, and that's come out with the dog there. All right, so, you know, with the dog there, this we could be looking at something to do with a friend. That is the card of friendship. But there is also a strong similarity between these two cards, in the sense of being on guard. Okay, so even though this is a cute little pupper, and the bear though is soft polar, but you know, polar bears are traditionally a bit cuter than, you know, a big grizzly bear or something, but you know, so there is that friendly kind of aspect here, but it's kind of letting you know that you need to be on your guard against something, because, you know, sometimes that dog can be a bit of a guard dog, protecting energy, and the bear is definitely a protective kind of energy, a mama bear type energy, where you do need to sort of have your boundaries set very firmly, be standing strong and firm in your own power here, Virgo, having your boundaries up, being on guard, protecting yourself, protecting your friends as well. You know, I do feel that for some of you, there may be this need to, this may actually be talking about protecting a friend rather than you protecting yourself against a friend. It could go either way for some of you here, but how you will know who this is in regard to, we did have the compass come out. All right, so the compass does talk about following your inner compass, using your intuition, that you already know where true north lies for you. You already know, you know, following your morals, standing up for what's right kind of energy. You know which direction is the direction to head in, you know, so you know yourself, or you will know when this situation arises for you. We do also have the ring. Okay, so we are sort of seeing it's for some of you it's one, and then for others of you it's the other. So it's, you know, protecting, guarding a friendship, okay, friend relationship. And for others of you, this is you standing on guard against a relationship. Okay, so either way, the person, you have a relationship of some sort with the person. So you have a relationship with somebody here, whether it be a friend of yours that you need to protect them and need to guard, be their little guard dog, be their faithful friend and stick up for them kind of energy, or whether for some of you, you may be needing to guard against this person that you do have some sort of relationship with here. For majority of you, I feel like this is more along the lines of protecting a friend rather than protecting yourself against a friend. But you use that inner compass and you'll know what's right for you in your particular situation. The advice and here, and the why is we have the clover and the cross. So that gives me a couple of messages as well. So, this person that you need to protect may they may have a lot of, burdens on their shoulders at the moment. They may need a little bit of extra support, that kind of thing. There is at least one of you where what you're protecting, for somebody here, it's protecting yourself or protecting your friend against some sort of gamble, some sort of unsafe risk that somebody is about to undertake. All right, so there is that energy here. I am even getting for somebody that it's the risk, the gamble. It may be a spiritual, or not so much spiritual, but like a religious thing. So I'm kind of getting like protecting your friend from getting dragged into a cult, that kind of thing. That's a bit full on for somebody there, but that could be the case for maybe one of you. But with the clover, it's normally a very lucky sort of energy, but it does talk about taking risks, taking gambles. So it can talk about out and out gambling. So somebody may be about to take a risk that is going to create burdens for them, or it's just maybe somehow I am feeling it may be an unsafe gamble, like a scammy kind of thing, like that you need to help this person protect themselves against taking this risk, because it might just be too big of a gamble. They may and if you do know of somebody in your life who does have like gambling issues, that definitely could be what this is about, protecting them from risking it all, that kind of thing. So if there's someone on their way to Las Vegas, be careful, guys, because we do see burdens coming through with that cross energy, that there may be some burdens may be attached to this. All right, so but I'm once again, I'm getting that religious vibe, that some sort of, they may be taking a risk that involves somehow their, like it's a spiritual risk, that they're going to end up having too much on their shoulders, and it's kind of like they're like I said with that cult reference, like that someone getting dragged into a cult or something. It may be risking. There may be some sort of risk with something to do with like a religious thing. Like I'm just trying to think of an example of what that could be, because there is some sort of religious connotation coming through here. But gambling and religion tend to be, opposite ends of the scale there. But once again, follow your inner compass here, Virgo. You will know when the situation arises, whether you need to protect somebody, whether you need to protect yourself from something, someone. But there is definitely a friendship or a relationship in here somewhere, that someone that you're connected to is involved in this in some way, shape or form. So for one or two of you, this is like I think maybe that's where I'm getting the religious thing, because it might be somebody trying to drag you into doing something that goes against your own morals, and it's like you taking a risk, um, that sort of goes against your own spiritual moral and whatnot, and that you're needing to stand up for yourself and protect yourself from allowing yourself to sort of take that risk. Okay, so not necessarily the clearest message there, Virgo, but it's one of them things where I feel like it's when it happens, you'll be like, oh, that's what that is, and that inner compass will be like, zing, that was what that was about. So don't take that risk, because that chick on YouTube said don't take that risk. Yeah, so just be careful of that, Virgo. But you're more than welcome to check your other placements, check the placements, see what we come up for the placements of your closest friends, that sort of thing. If you are going to Vegas, make sure you check that person's placements as well. All right, but please subscribe to the channel as well. I do really appreciate that. But we'll move on over to Libra. How are we, Libra? Okay, important messages for Libra. What does Libra need to know right now? Okay, one more. What happens after that, please? Why does Libra need to know this? Why does Libra need to know this, please? Okay. The hidden energy on the bottom of the deck, we have the clouds. So this is an issue that you're going to be very prone to overthinking and maybe even getting a little bit anxious about this situation, Libra. So just be aware of that the hidden energy there is that you are going to be prone to overthinking this and pushing yourself into confusion on this matter, because firstly we do have the fish energy. All right, so that's all about abundance, wealth, and finances, money. That has come out with the garden. So the garden is a very social energy. It's about meetings, it's about events, it's about being invited places, being a proposal where you have to spend money, a social gathering. It's coming through as a bit of a like a concern kind of energy that you'll be needing to spend money on this, or it's kind of like realizing you went out with your friends and met up for coffee, but you spent too much money, and you kind of realize, oh, I shouldn't have signed up for, I shouldn't have gone for so long. I shouldn't have gone to that event. Like, I spent a little bit too much money, that kind of thing. Because we do also have the scythe, okay, and the labyrinth. So seeing what it leads toward is a some sort of sudden break or change, an unexpected change, sort of something coming out of nowhere. So for some of you, maybe it's this event coming out of nowhere that I need money for that, and that's the unexpected thing is that I've got to go to this meeting, and how am I supposed to get there? I need the money to do that. Some sort of unexpected thing coming out of sort of nowhere, that leaves you feeling lost and confused and like in a bit of a tangle, in like how am I going to get out of this situation is what I'm getting for you here. So just it does look like it's some sort of financial bind coming through here, and we do, like I said, have the clouds as that hidden energy. So you are going to have a tendency to feel very lost and confused, and what do I do, and trying to overthinking every little possibility, and there's just this tendency to be thinking too much into it, and causing yourself anxiety and tension about this. I do feel as though, you know, it is going to be resolved relatively easily for you when your advice is this child energy. All right, so the child energy just reminds us to, you know, focus on the possible adventures that come from this. So if this is an event that you're, you know, getting invited to this event and all of a sudden you're like, oh, suddenly this event's come out of nowhere and I need to make sure I've got money to pay for this event, or you know, I've got to go out, you know, on a social aspect, I've got to go to this meeting or something like this. Try not to worry too much about it. I know it sounds hard, but try not to worry too much about it. Try to think of it in a very positive way where you're not worrying about the money, you're just excited for the adventure, and you're seeing, do you know what, everything could turn out to be, you know, really perfect and magical. Everything, you know, there is a sense of wonder and magic with the child, and it really does show us that this is like a brand new beginning, an opportunity to grow, you know, because the child, they do still have a lot of growth ahead of them. Very innocent. Think about things very innocently, you know, and you know, looking for the positives, not getting stuck in those negatives here, Libra. It will be a bit of a hard one because it does feel like that's sort of coming out of nowhere, a little bit unexpected. But I feel like for a lot of you, this is some sort of social event that you all of a sudden you're like, oh, I forgot to pay for that, or oh, I forgot to put money aside for that kind of thing. So just be aware of that, Libra. Check your other placements if you feel drawn to. Please subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate that. But we'll move on over to Scorpio. How are we, Scorpio? Okay. Important messages for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know right now? What does Scorpio need to know right now? I'm just getting there intuitively. Scorpio needs to know that it's going to be fine. Everything is going to be okay. I feel like that's a hidden energy. It's just kind of flying out there and trying to hide itself. But what important message for Scorpio, please? All right, so Scorpio, this is a very, the reason I say wow is because you pretty much have all the communication cards coming through here, because the one that was flying out, we have the birds. Okay, and in this particular deck, you'll notice that's number 12. The birds is card number 12. There's actually two number 12 cards in this deck. We have these little fluttery birds, as well as the owls as the secondary birds card. So we have this one. This is the one that jumped out and was trying to sort of hide itself. We also have the first card we have here is the letter, which is all about communication. All right, that's texting, emailing, calling, you know, talking to someone online, in person, all forms of communication here. And we also have the owl. Okay, so once again, number 12. So we have both of those birds cards coming out. So, you know, the difference between the two, you know, they both have a few very general things, very much the same. Like they both can talk about a conversation, especially usually talks specifically about phone calls. But there is some differences between these cards as well. But, you know, there is this energy of conversations with the birds cards. But, you know, this particular birds cards, it's more fluttery. It's more like conversations going on around you. Lots of people involved in, and it can be very sort of gossipy, chattery type of energy, flittering around type kind of energy. Whereas this owl's card, it's it's got a lot of wisdom behind it. It can also be like if you hear an owl late at night in the distance, so it can talk about things you're hearing something in the distance. And so I do feel that with both of them coming out, this is something that you're like, it's kind of like hearsay is what I'm feeling with both of those coming out, is that there's definitely communication, but it's kind of like communication about hearsay, communication about, oh, this person said that, this person said this, and then there is this call to use your wisdom, and I am getting one of the other owl messages here as well, which is there is a particular deck I've got where the owl's card, I feel drawn to actually pull that out and show you. It's just in this little mini deck I've got here. I'll just find the owl, like the bird's card here, so I can read it out to you. I feel like I need to read it out to you. Okay, card number 12. We have oh no, it's not this deck. There is a specific deck. I cannot. Trying to remember which guidebook it's in, because it's something like you hear the owl in the distance, for the night is long and the owl is in the distance. If it could be, grief or sorrow is near, because the night is long and the owl is in the distance. I don't know the relevance of that for you though. Because this one, it does talk. This particular deck, it's got a lot of spacing references, and it's talking about how close to you the person reading for the card is. And since we're seeing both of those in this deck, obviously it's very, very close to you here. It does say a short-lived sorrow announce the birds that are flying very near. So it may be some sort of communication about a short-lived sorrow. So something upsetting, in other words, which is not necessarily the best. But yeah, I can't believe I can't remember what guidebook that's from. But there's a specific. It may be my original deck, but I don't even know where that guidebook is at the moment. I've still got so much stuff to sort out from after I moved. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab clarity specifically to these birds cards, please. Clarify this bird energy. Yeah, but what is it? Oh, okay, maybe don't clarify the birds. Clarify the letter. What is the communication about? The closest I can get is that it may have something to do with a family member. Somebody who feels like they're part of your family, regardless of whether they're actual family or not. Most likely male, possibly younger than you. But what specifically is this? Why does Scorpio need to know this? Why does Scorpio need to know this? Okay, so that was on the bottom of the deck earlier as well. I did see it when I drew the initial cards. That was on the bottom of the deck as the hidden energy. And now it's showing itself. So that's the book. So the book can talk about, you know, new chapters in your life, but there is an unknown factor with the book. And I feel like that's what it's telling us, that it doesn't want to tell us what this is about, that it's unknown. You don't know until you receive that communication what this is about specifically. It's very likely that you're either getting this communication with, like I said, someone who feels like they're part of your family, someone that you have some sort of love connection with, whether it's platonic love or romantic love. They definitely could be male and or younger than you, like like maybe even a child in the family. But there's some unknown factor here that it doesn't want to talk about it. It's kind of like open that book when you get to it kind of energy, because that particular one is a closed book. But I do feel as though it's kind of like that energy of someone communicating to you that, oh, these people have been talking about this and this and this. So, you know, it definitely could be related to other people, like conversations around you, conversations that other people are having, and someone is communicating to you what those conversations are. But I am still getting that. I was drawn to tell you potential sorrow for some reason here. So I don't understand why that is. It's not being very clear. We did also get the bridge here as well. So it's kind of like, once again, it's like cross that bridge when you get to it, is kind of what it's saying here. Advice for Scorpio. Turning into one of my longer readings of the day, Scorpio. Advice for Scorpio, please. The book again. So the book as advice, though, tells you you're in control of your own narrative. You're in control of your own story. Even if they want to be mysterious and not tell us what's going on, you're going to know about it very soon. With that such heavy communication coming out there, you're going to know about this very, very soon. And it's letting you know, cross that bridge when you get to it. You may need to burn a bridge with somebody here. I'm just sort of feeling like could be bridges being burnt behind you as well. But you are in charge of your own story. All right? If you don't like the way that the story's going, it's up to you to write the plot twist that changes that. If you don't like a character that's in your book, or the book of Scorpio, it's up to you to, you know, write that character out of the story. You're in control. You're in control of your own story, Scorpio. So I'm sorry that that's not super, super clear, but that's what we have for you. Like I said, I have delved into that a fair bit, more so than a lot of my other signs today. But so please, you know, feel more than welcome to check your other placements. It may give you a little bit more information about what is going on for you individually. You can also book a personal if you're interested. All my details are in the description box, guys. So check those out. Subscribe if you're not already. But I'll move over to our Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. How are we? What does Sagittarius need to know right now? Important messages for Sagittarius, please. Clarify those first two cards, please. Sagittarius. I'll show you first the clarification I've gotten. I have the tree here. All right, so the tree does let us know focusing on yourself is very important at the moment. Self-care, looking after yourself, and your own inner wisdom and knowledge is important at the moment. So there may be something about further education for some of you as well, but it's really kind of you knowing that you have grown and matured and that you are still growing and maturing. There's a lot of self-growth coming through from this here, Sagittarius. It's very much the, it has clarified. We have the bridge there as well as the clouds. All right, so that bridge energy, it's kind of like you're coming up to this bridge in your life, and it's up to you to choose, to how you're going to walk. I feel like it's how you're going to walk across that bridge. Are you going to walk across that bridge confidently, not looking down, only looking forward to, this brand new land on the other side of that bridge? Are you going to cut that bridge down behind you, burn those bridges after you've crossed those? There's a lot of choice for you because you've grown so much, and I feel like you're, when you're approaching these bridges in your life, it's kind of like a bridging gap is what I'm getting, that this, you've grown so much that this original standing point, that's not your home anymore. Your home is on the other side of this bridge in the unknown, where you've never even ventured before. It's like a brand new, like a whole new world over here that you've never been to before, and that's where you're crossing this gap at the moment. You're growing within yourself, and you've been looking after yourself, to be able to get over here, and it's asking you, how are you going to walk across this bridge? Okay, are you going to, take it like one little step at a time, looking down, freaking out the whole way over? Or are you just going to, walk across confidently, don't even look down, and then when you get to the other side, go, I'm here now, burn that bridge behind me? It's asking you how you're going to cross this bridge when you get to it here. And I feel like you're in the process of, crossing into this. It's a brand new aspect for you. You've grown so much. It's like you're ready. You're ready for this next land for you, like this whole new world opening up in front of you here, and it's just up to you to cross this bridge. And but when we're crossing the bridges, it sometimes there's this factor of, are you gonna look down and just worry about falling, or are you going to be confident and just walk on into the future for yourself here? The clouds there really does show us that you are heavy in thought. You've been overthinking things, reading too much into things, leading yourself, because you're overthinking things so much, you have been leading yourself a little bit into, anxiety, and you have been clouding your judgment a little bit here. It's kind of like you started walking across this bridge, and it was enveloped in fog when you started crossing it, and then all of a sudden, every time the clouds clear, you look around, you look down, and you see how big a drop is below you, and you run back to where you were, and you have to start all over again. So it's kind of asking you to, instead of allowing that fog to, create confusion and anxiety for you, allow it to part before you cross that bridge. Look for the silver lining in these clouds. Allow the sun to shine on through and clear the way, for yourself to get across this bridge. And what we're seeing, after we actually cross this bridge into this new world for you, we have the heart. All right. So I'm being shown the Lover's card as well from Tarot. So, I'm kind of just getting this, like, really beautiful love energy that there's a partner for you in the near future. On the other side, there's unconditional love on the other side of this bridge. It's just a matter of getting to it. But having faith in yourself. You've grown and changed and matured. You're wiser beyond your years, Sag. So cross that bridge without the fear. Stand strong and tall and start taking those steps across the bridge. All right, so that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, but we'll move on over to Capricorn. How are we, Capricorn? All right, Capricorn, what does Capricorn need to know right now? Important messages for Capricorn. Okay. Clarify, please. Clarify. Clarify this message for Capricorn, please. So is that someone else or is that Capricorn? Is that somebody else or is that Capricorn? That's you, Capricorn. It's talking. When I've asked if this is you or somebody else, I've gotten the Stork card, okay, which the Stork card is, it stirs up new energy, but that sort of in itself is, it's idea generation and gestation periods. All right, so I feel like this is you yourself, where it's you're like, because it's the card of pregnancy, this Stork card, but it's kind of like what you're pregnant with here, Capricorn. This is like the worst analogy or whatever, but you're pregnant with the more evolved version of yourself. So you're trying to birth out into the world the version of yourself that you want to be, but we're stuck in a bit of stuff. All right, so I do feel as though this is you yourself we're looking at here. We have the fish to start with, so that's the card of abundance, wealth and finances. But what we're seeing with that is the snake energy. So with the snake energy there, that although the snake energy, it can link up with that fish in the sense that the snake does have a lot of passion and desire and ambition, which very, very true. But the snake is also led by temptation and tempts us to, do wrong by ourselves, and it's self-deceit. Basically, what I'm kind of getting from that energy is that you, Capricorn, are kind of blocking your own abundance by, you're deceiving. I'm getting this very intuitively here as well, but you're kind of deceiving yourself into thinking that you don't deserve abundance, wealth, money in your life. All right, and wealth can be a lot more than just money as well, keeping in mind. We also have the fox energy. All right, so that fox energy, it's someone who's very independent and self-sufficient. It's quite a strong energy. Like, I'll just check here. I'm pretty sure it's not connected. No, it's not connected to a particular sign, but sometimes I do connect that with Capricorn anyway, because so much independence and looking after yourself, self-survival, and that self-sufficiency comes through really strong. And they're usually a really good salesman type energy as well, where you know, that, and it is also a financial energy too, like I said, that salesman type energy, where it's telling people what. But this is what I feel like it is for you, Capricorn. It's you're telling people what they want to hear. You're not telling people the truth about, you know, you're deceiving people about how you're truly feeling about. And I feel like it's more to do with your own inner sense of abundance and wealth. It's not necessarily financial abundance. It's you're not feeling abundant, just in general. You're not feeling like a good little fishy. I don't. It's hard to explain. You're kind of trapped in yourself here. With that fox energy, you're taking too much on your own shoulders, Capricorn, and you're being too independent, and you know, it's effing with your head, okay? Because you can kind of see that snake even is sort of wrapped back on itself here. It's about to eat its own tail, sort of energy. It's kind of very focused on everything, all being independent, and I've got to survive, I've got to survive, I've got to survive. You're so focused on survival that I feel like you're it's just coming through very sort of blocked energy here, Capricorn, that you're kind of blocking your own abundance and feeling as though you're not worthy of being abundant in your life, just in general, like whether that be abundant within, you know, work, career, money, or love, family, all those sorts of things. We do also have here the well, all right, which is that kind of let me know too that this is something deep down. There's something going on deep down, deep. You got to, you know, drop that bucket to the bottom of your soul to really, you know, find what your true emotions are here. I feel like too, with a lot of you are hiding emotions. There's no emotions here. Advice for Capricorn, please. Advice for Capricorn. I feel like there's a need for you to reach down deep within yourself and examine this and why you feel this way. There's the emotions hiding. Hidden energy at the bottom. Advice for you here, we've got the star and we've got the mask. It's coming through very straightforward. Focus on what your true wishes are here. Focus on manifesting positive energy. Focus on manifesting your dreams coming true for yourself here. You can do it. You are worthy of it, Capricorn. Hope and optimism, okay? Hope and optimism that you can have your wishes, okay? Take the mask off. Stop acting like you need to be so independent and strong and look up like so survival. It's to the point where it's not clever anymore. You're deceiving yourself and you're hiding in this mask energy, and it's hurting you. You need to delve down deep and ask yourself what's going on here. Delve down deep and find those hidden emotions and focus on manifesting hope and positivity, optimism for yourself, Capricorn. Sorry to be a little bit confronting. I'm a Capricorn myself, if that helps. So I'm triggering myself just as much as you guys. All right, but you are more than welcome to check your other placements. All right. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already as well. But I'll move over to Aquarius. How are we, Aquarius? All right, Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know right now? What does Aquarius need to know right now? Important messages for Aquarius. Whoa. I'll take it. Important messages for Aquarius, please. Ooh. Pretty straightforward message for you, Aquarius, which thank you, Aquarius. You know, I've had some really energy in the last couple of signs that has been a bit harder to delve into and work out exactly what the message is. Yours is pretty straightforward, which thank you. All right, firstly, we've got the heart. All right, so and for a lot of you, I feel like this is actually matters of the heart, romantic love. You know, it may be unconditional love, like platonic love, but I am kind of feeling that for majority of you, this is, you know, matters of your heart, your inner heart, romantic desires here. It's telling us here, and that one kind of jumped out too. So, you know, your heart wants to be known is what I'm getting here, Aquarius. We do have the die, which we do have 2 lucky cards in this particular deck. We do have the standard clover, which is all about good luck. And then we do have the die, which is actually more about you creating your own good luck, because you roll the die. You know what I mean? Like the clover, it's a bit more like you can still take chances and take a bit of a risk, but it's more like luck is on your side. Whereas here I'm feeling that this is up to you to create your own luck. You need to roll the die. You need to actually, you know, take some action here when it comes to matters of your heart. And you know, roll the dice and see where they land. All right. We have the compass coming out, which is following your inner compass, following your heart. All right, following your intuition, following your heart. What is your heart telling you? Who is your heart telling you? It's that one, isn't it, Aquarius? Who is your heart telling you? Roll the die, take a chance, see where they land, see what happens. You already know where your true north is heading you. You know what direction you're heading. You already know. You have this inner guidance system, you know, trying to get you to go straight for this love issue. And your advice is the letter, which is the card of communication. Okay, so roll those die, reach out to this person, see what happens, is what we're getting here. So, you know, that communication card, that letter, that can be, you know, physical letters, but it can also be, you know, texting, calling, talking in person, talking online, all that sort of stuff. You know, whatever you're into there, I suppose. I'm a big I do like texting, but then I do also like to talk in person. So I'm you know, especially when it comes to love matters, I'm definitely a person that would prefer to talk face to face about stuff, because then I can talk more. I'm a big talker. Or me and my best friend do leave voice notes, do voice note messages to each other rather than text messages. I like those as well, because once again I can talk for 20 minutes and whatnot, and get everything I want to say out. But yeah, roll those dice and see where they land. That's what we're getting for you, Aquarius. Take that risk, take that chance. It's going to lead you to your heart. You already know where that compass is guiding you. So it's just up to you to take that chance. Now that's kind of how I feel about that. I'm a big go for it person anyway, so go for it, Aquarius. Let me know in the comments. I'm also very nosy, so let me know in the comments how you go. But you're more than welcome to check other placements as well. But I will move on over to Pisces. How are we, Pisces? Just looking at important messages for you today. What does Pisces need to know? Important messages for Pisces, please. What does Pisces need to know right now? Clarify that third card, please. Clarify that third card. Oh, okay, thanks. Okay, then we'll clarify the first card then. I'm not rolling my eyes at the universe. I'm sorry. The hidden energy we've got here, Pisces, is the ship, which is the card of, starting new adventures, new journeys, taking action. I feel here, Pisces, that there is the need for you to take some sort of action here. What we're seeing, we have the crossroads card, the pathway card here, which is all about a choice or decision, okay? Choosing which path you're going to take. Choosing which direction to go in here, choosing to do something. So, choosing to take that action. All right. That was clarified by the magnifying glass. So it does sort of show me that you are investigating all your options. All right. The magnifying glass is you sort of doing your research and investigating all your different options here. What does this choice lead me to? What does that choice lead me to? Doing some sleuth work, maybe, that you maybe are doing a little bit of investigation here, trying to find all the details about each path before you actually make the choice here. But we do have the dog energy there. So, for some of you, this is going to be in regard to a friend. But I do feel like that dog energy is sort of talking a little bit more about support. All right? Because, a dog is man's best friend. It's a support network. It's, companionship and compassion. So it's kind of like you're choosing to... And I do feel for a lot of you, this is you kind of reaching out a hand to a friend, like choosing how to support somebody, choosing how to extend the hand of friendship to somebody here, because I'm seeing the labyrinth. All right, and that was clarified by the sun. So what we're sort of seeing with that is, the labyrinth is like a maze. It's like feeling lost and confused. But I don't really feel like this is you. Although, flip it as necessary, because for some of you, this may be you feeling lost and confused and needing, and that's what you're choosing. You're choosing to reach out to a friend for support. So it could go either way. Some of you, this is you lost in this maze, and others of you, this is a friend lost in the maze, and you're helping them through the maze. Whereas others, like for some of you, Pisces, this is you stuck in that maze, kind of, friend, please help me, is what I'm getting there. And you're choosing to, choosing how to ask for help or how to give help, and doing your research. So you're looking closely at the situation and trying to look at all possible avenues. And I feel like that's why we're asking for help or needing to give help, because, you seem to be able to see clearly what all the doors open out to, what all the paths lead. This path leads to that, this path. So I do feel like for majority of you, this is you helping a friend, because you seem to be able to see more clearly all the choices, all the possible pathways, because you've magnified that. You've researched every possible option. So maybe you are the one who can show them how to get out of this maze. All right. So with the sun there, the sun does talk about happiness. So, for a lot of you, this is about leading someone back to happiness. This is about, bringing someone out into the light, revealing to somebody how to escape the maze of their own situation, their own thing. So I do feel as though for a lot of you, this is you giving advice to somebody around you about how they can sort of escape their maze that they are stuck in. They're stuck in some sort of labyrinth, and you're sort of guiding them to the center of themselves to just stop, find your center, rebalance. This is the way back out. Come back out into the sun. Happiness is here for you, friend. It is kind of what I'm getting from that. All right, so that's what we have for you, Pisces. You are more than welcome to check your other placements as well. But please subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon.